I better listen to me very carefully. Very, very carefully. Some people, they ask one question. They say, is God real? They ask whether God they real. The answer be say, you go ask yourself if you want to know whether God they real. Ask yourself, or I want to ask you, mathematics they real? You where they hear me, mathematics they real? If mathematics they real, then God they real. If mathematics is real, mathematics, then God they real. How? Listen to me as I explain. Using mathematics to explain if God is real or not. See, it is said that God exists. And then the next question that follows it is, where did God start from? Where did God originate from? What is the origin of God? Where did he start from? How did he form? Who gave birth to him? Was he born? Was he made? Was he created? How did he make himself? How old is God? How old is God? Now, I come to you still with mathematics. And I ask you, how did number system and counting start? If you are good in mathematics, I want you to work out this. If you know binary number, ordinary. How did number system originate? If you cannot tell me how number system starts, then know it that you can never know how God starts. If you can tell me how number system started, where number system began, where number counting began, if you can say it, then you can boldly tell me where God starts. In fact, you know where God start from. You know where he began. It is only mathematics that can explain who God is, where he came from, how he started, how he was formed. It is only mathematics that will tell you the beginning and the end of God. If you can know the beginning of number counting, then you can know the end of number counting. That is the only way you will know the beginning of God and the end of God. The same way we are told by the Bible that God has no beginning, he has no end. The same way mathematics has no beginning, number counting has no end. If you think it's a lie, prove it through using mathematics. Forget about God now. Use mathematics and prove yourself. They will use mathematics and trace where God began. I want to show you another sample. I want to give you another example. Watch. Take a look at this. This is number system. This is 0. And this is negative. -1, -2, -3. And this is +1, +2, +3. What is the meaning of this? This simply means that number system and counting started from negative. Are you getting me? It started from negative. That is to tell you that there is a place where this earth started from. There where God himself or this world started from. Life started from. There is a place where life began, even before the creation of the earth. The life started from negativity. This negativity did not start counting from 1 or 0. It started counting from a particular point which you or me or any educated somebody can never tell. This counting started from negative whatever number up to -0. There is no -1, -2, -3. It is negative from the beginning to -3, -2, -1. That is why it is called negative, because it did not start from positivity. Are you getting it? So this world, this life we are seeing, life, but whether spiritual life or physical life, life started from negativity, from a particular number that cannot be told, that no one can tell about. It started from there and started counting -3, -2, -1, and landed at -0. And at this point, we are told that God now came in Genesis chapter 1. And when God came in, we are told that he created heaven and the earth. God was at the point of 0. The 0 negativity has finished. And now is about to start with a +0. And then start counting from +1, +2, which the life you and I, we are living today is in positive. And God created the world on the 0. As soon as he created the world, everything began to be positive. Positive means something is now happening. When it was negative, when it was in negative, nothing was happening. Nothing was happening. I mean, nothing physical. Nothing what physical was happening. Nothing physical was happening. Nothing physical was happening. It was all about spirituality. And things that were happening in spirituality then, we cannot tell about them. The life started from negativity. From infinity number, we cannot tell. And it came to 0. And as soon as God created, positivity started. And we now have +0, +1, see it? +2, +3, infinity. Are you getting me? So now, I want to ask you a question. Can you tell me, can you look at this paper, this write-up? Can you tell me the beginning of this negative number system and tell me the end of this positive number system? Who can tell me the negative beginning of this, the beginning of this negative number system or counting, and then the end of this positive number system or counting? Can you tell me where number started and where the number will definitely end, or where it ended? We all know soft mathematics. We know numbers to our limit. Please, when you count 1,000, you count million, you count billion, you count billion, you count trillion, you count zillion, and count to the best of your knowledge. Is that where the number ended? There are still numbers which you cannot tell. It shows that number is infinity, both from beginning of the negativity to the end of the positivity. There is no story, there is no explanation on how it began or how it ends. In the same way, you cannot tell about the same God that created this number, the same God that began from the beginning of the negative, and he already end at the end of the positive. And you and I cannot tell the beginning of negative and the end of the end of the positive. You cannot tell how God began and how he will end. So if you're asking if God existing, fine. Check if mathematics existing. If you say yes, then God exists. Then how did God begin and how does he end? Do you know the beginning of number system? Do you know the end of number system? If you don't know, then you cannot know God, all about God. You cannot know his beginning or end. I want you people to relieve yourself of stress of checking who God is. I think it's time we start following God. Just follow him and forget about him. Forget about his detail, because the more you think, the more you run mad. You will never know anything. You can only know to your limits. Our limits in number system is our limit in God. That's all. Are you getting me? So, what I am here to tell us today is God existing? Now you answer by yourself. Is mathematics existing? Is it real? Then secondly, the beginning and the end of God. Now answer yourself, or ask yourself, the beginning and the end of number counting and system. If you can answer this question, you have won. Now, if you know the answer, drop it at the comment section. God bless you. I remember King David TFI at PG, President General Producer EBO. One for Alaji Kaduna.